So good morning, everyone, to our Unity community. I am your host, Kimberly Kyler, and it's our pleasure to welcome you to our gathering today. Now, we do sit on the unceded ancestral lands of the Musqueam Nations, noble guardians of these lands since time immemorial. It's here that we get to gather, to learn, to grow, and to celebrate our oneness with Spirit. And if you are joining us on Zoom or YouTube, welcome. Your presence is really important to us. Our mission here at Unity is simple: to build personal and community well-being through universal spiritual teachings and practices. So please now join me in our opening invocation. All together now. There is one presence and one power, active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And now please rise and join us in singing this morning's group song. Your prayer is my prayer too.
We are connected by the heart. Where do you end and where do I start? Anything you pray for, if fear is in your way, I am here to listen. Anything you need to say, your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel it too. You're a part of me and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too. I hear the worries that are in your way. There's nothing I can do to take your pain away, but I'll help you reconnect with that voice that's deep inside. Let the angels wrap you in your love, and let that spirit be your guide. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel it too. You're a part of me and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. 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 My prayer too.
Thank you so much, Linda and Brenna, and Thomas, thank you. Today's Unity's daily word is connection. I share a connection to all living things. I share a connection with the human family, the world's creatures, and the universe itself. I am reminded of the words of astronomer Carl Sagan, who wrote, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." I affirm this cosmic connection and more. I feel I am a part of everything and connected to everyone through the indwelling presence that unites us in God. When the world feels lonely and I'm struggling to find my place in it, I remember this cosmic connection and that despite our surface differences, we have much in common. I value my connection with others and seek to make new ones. I treasure these relationships and celebrate our oneness in God. Today, we are pleased to welcome back the wonderful Reverend Thomas DeSchutter back to Unity today. This morning's message explores the idea that our true nature is already whole and divine, and how recognizing that can transform the way we live. Following the service, we are blessed to have Thomas lead a workshop on the 5 Unity principles. So now let's warmly open ourselves to receive what we need most from today's message with these 5 affirmations, all together now. I am free to create my life from wholeness rather than lack. I imagine my life from a foundation of worthiness and love. I honor the goodness at the center of my being. I see myself through eyes of truth and possibility. I live from the truth of who I am, and so it is. So it is truly my pleasure to welcome back and introduce today's speaker, Reverend Thomas DeSchutter. Although he doesn't need an introduction here, I shall enlighten you. He is the senior minister of Unity Vancouver Island. He is a warm and insightful teacher who shares spiritual ideas in a way that makes them both practical and immediately useful. He coaches and works closely with families and individuals in the areas of spiritual development and financial abundance. He is a family man, entrepreneur, and award-winning musician living on the west coast of Canada. So please join me in giving a big Unity welcome to Reverend Thomas DeSchutter.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Unity Vancouver. Thank you for welcoming me back. Let me just have a look at you all. Look at that, huh? Yeah. Love that. Hi. You guys are funny. Why don't we begin with settling ourselves into a meditation and getting ourselves in a perfect space for what we're going to discuss a bit later. So if you wouldn't mind, please find yourself comfortable, however that looks for you, whether you're here in our auditorium or joining us online. And if you can, close your eyes. If that's uncomfortable, just find a place where you can soften your gaze. Allow yourself to settle into this perfect moment. And I invite you to take a moment to honor within yourself that goodness from which we all have, not as a traditional good or bad, but a goodness as in working order, as in born perfect, whole, and complete. And I invite you to affirm that by just saying these words to yourself quietly. I am whole. I am complete. And I invite you now to allow your inside eyes to begin to look at the back of your forehead. So imagine, with your power of imagination, imagine that you are looking at the back of your forehead, right between your eyes, just above the bridge of your nose, where the power of imagination resides, where we can imagine our third eye or that pineal gland. And gently allow your focus to concentrate on that spot. While at the same time you continue to relax into the moment. Allow your breath to breathe you in this moment. Continue to soften. And if you find your mind is monkeying around, just allow yourself again to bring back your focus to that spot on your forehead just above the bridge of your nose. And with our next inhale and exhale, let's allow ourselves to settle into some moments of silence together. And I invite you to bring a gentle smile to your face. Let's have a nice deep inhale together. 3, 2, 1, and breathe in. Let that go. And at your own pace, you can open your eyes and come back to this room. Namaste.
We are good. We are born good. We arrive good, straight from the light. We are spirit on a soul that we grow, and in our eagerness to know, we are polishing the stone. Find the good, feel the love in every situation. With our will, with our hearts, we will find elation. We are good. We forget. Sometimes we're balancing through life without a net. And in the quiet, we'll recall the most beautiful moments of it all. With every high and every low, as we make our way back home, we are polishing the stone. We are good. We are born good. We arrive good. Straight from the light. We are spirit on a soul quest with no ending in our sight. With every moment that we grow, and in our eagerness to know, we are polishing the stone. We are polishing the stone. We are polishing the stone.
Wow. Well, that was pretty good.
That was nice.
That was pretty good. Brenda, amazing solos today. It's like one after the other. Thank you. Linda, thank you as well.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Since she wrote that.
Yes. I know I've said this before, but I'm just so honored that you all just let me drop in and just like, I'm going to play drums now. It's so great. It's so great. Oh yeah, hi everybody out there. We're just having a little thing between musicians here, just, admiring one another. Seems to be a theme of good today. Of good. And it's appropriate because if we look at the sweeping narrative of the creation story, does everybody know the biblical creation story of, the 7 days that were created one after the other, and God said, almost at the end of every one of them, what did God apparently say? And it was good. God saw that it was good, right? And this isn't good as in good or bad comparison, actually. The Hebrew word is tov for that, which probably in modern day is more used as good, but back then it was more as in order, working as designed, doing what it was intended to do. That is the good that is intended there. That God saw that it was good. And there's 7 times that is used. 7 is also a very important number in the scriptures. 7 and 12 will come up a lot as you read the scriptures. So the number 7 is actually very important. It also is like order, goodness. It all ties in together. And what's interesting is that on day 6, it is used twice. So it's used 7 times, but not every day ends with, and God saw that it was good. On day 6, it's used twice. God saw that it was good with the animals and the creation of that. And then humans were created, and it ends with God saw that it was very good. So there's like a double joyfulness to that you could think of. It's not only good, it's very good. And in Unity teachings, has anybody here heard of the original sin idea? Right? The Adam and Eve story of original sin. Well, Unity doesn't see it as original sin. We actually see it as original goodness. That's our view of it. Original goodness, that we are all born inherently with that original goodness within us. We start there. Now, things will happen in our lives, things will come up, and we might get into that world of good or bad and that comparison, but I live my life from the understanding that everybody is inherently good. That, in other words, that you're born perfect, whole, and complete. There's nothing that we need to fix. Has anybody here ever had somebody try to fix them? Any spouses here together? Any moments of fixing going on? Or how about, have you ever tried to fix somebody else? And how did that go? Was it a joyful occasion? Did they take it like, yes, you're right. Thank you so much for fixing me. I didn't realize I was broken. So we have these principles at Unity, these 5 principles, and depending on how you phrase them, you could think of them as 1 principle and 4 practices, or 2 principles and 3 practices, really. But the first one is, there is only one power, one presence active in the universe, and in my life, God the good, omnipotence. And number 2 is, we are created in that image and likeness. So that means we have that inherent working order of goodness within us. It's already there. It already exists. And depending on what you think of the word God, I mean, put whatever word you want in there. I have substituted the word God in my life to mean life itself. So when I hear the word God, I used to be triggered by that. I no longer am. I see that as life itself, the great gift of life. And I make every attempt I can to look at living as a great gift of life, even when it's not feeling that way. Anybody have those moments where it's not really feeling that way? No, there's a few here that are like, no, that never happens. And sometimes there's stages where it seems like it's more that it's not working that way than it is, doesn't it? At least I've had that experience where it feels like it's a struggle to be me. It's a struggle to even get up and face what I've committed myself to or what I failed to do yesterday. You know, where I had intentions set and they never materialized, and now I'm kind of beating myself up for it. And so we need to train ourselves to come back to that place of goodness. You know, we can think of it as every day as an opportunity to start over, to begin again, right? A brand new opportunity to get at it again and have that goodness that's already here, to recognize it that's within us. I had the privilege many years ago I had a podcast, and I met this gentleman, Phineas Knuthia, that's his name. And he was from Africa originally. So I got this opportunity to go to New York City with my wife when we were doing this podcast and interview people to be on our show. And so we went there. It was kind of fun. You know, you get to feel a little bit like a celebrity as all these people are coming up to you to pitch you for 5 minutes and their book and why they should be on your podcast. So I met Phineas, and we booked him in, and I didn't really know his story from that 5 minutes. I just really liked his energy and thought he'd be a great guest. And so I got to book him in, and we started talking. And I found out that Phineas was actually born in Africa, in Kenya, and came to America. He lived in California. And he was born in absolute poverty. He was born premature. He was just a little over 2.5 pounds at birth. Like that's a struggle right there alone. At 14, he lost the ability to move the right side of his body, and the doctors didn't know why. And as he was dealing with that, he saw a VHS tape. So this is going back a while when VHS tapes were, everywhere. Did anybody do the beta tapes? Remember those when Sony tried to, no? So he had a VHS tape, and it was called Purpose by Design, was the title of it. And he put this on, and he listened to it, and listened to it, and listened to it. And he realized that he actually had a say. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because somebody like me, you could look at my life and go, man, the guy has never faced a real struggle in his life ever. I was born in Canada. I had 2 amazing parents that supported me. My mom used to listen to me jam in the basement with heavy metal musicians when I was in grade 8, and she would sit upstairs in her chair, asleep, praying the rosary, of course, probably praying for me. But essentially, I was the youngest of 6 kids. I was the baby. I was treated as such. Like my mom only referred to me as baby. So my life, if you looked at it, would be like, that guy's never faced a struggle. Of course he thinks that life is good and easy and all of those things. And so I've questioned that a lot in myself. Like, do I have the right to stand in front of people and go, you can overcome things? I don't know. I mean, I've certainly had my things to overcome, but are they that hard? I don't know. Like, are we measuring things? Like, it's not Phineas's story, that's for sure. That seems like a real struggle. Born into poverty, premature at birth, faced with half of his body being paralyzed at 14, which he overcame, by the way. And yet he saw this VHS tape and he listened to it, and he realized that he had a say in the way his life went, that he could actually have a purpose beyond what was probably right in front of him, right? His entire history of his lineage had only known this way of living. So it was almost a probable certain outcome that the same thing would happen to him unless something changed. And he decided that he would change his life and he would go to America. So at 14, this decision was made. At 23, he had managed to save up enough money to get a boat ticket and $200 in his pocket and move to America. And when I had him on my show, he was an author, a doctor, he had a doctorate, he had several books that he had written, he was a minister, and his life looked nothing like it did when he was 14 years old. And that for me was so reassuring to know that, wow, it is possible. It is possible that we can overcome things. So if we take principle 2, that we are in the inherent image of Creator, that we are goodness, that we can create, and we move that over to also include our power of imagination, which is what Phineas did. He imagined a different life for himself. He imagined a whole new way of experiencing life. then that is kind of proof for me that maybe this stuff does work. Maybe we do have much more of a say than we think. And I would actually remove the maybe and say it's absolute. That we have that inherent ability within us. That no matter how dreadful it might seem, we can move through, we can overcome, we can make it a different experience than what we currently are feeling. Does that make sense to everybody? Can you see that? Is there anybody here that's overcome something? Just curious. Yeah. Just raise your hand. Let's just everybody see. Who here has overcome something in their life? Yeah. Who here has imagined something in their life and it actually happened? Wow. So you know those times when we're thinking we're a failure? Does anybody ever think that? Like, my life's a failure at times? Yeah. I'm no good. I'll never get it done. It'll never work out. La, 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 la. Right? I'm not downplaying that. They're real. I have them myself. You just have to remember that we are in the image and likeness of absolute goodness. That means we're working order. We have it within us. And then we have to remember that we have the power of imagination. So we have these principles and we have these tools that Unity brought to my life, which I had never heard of till I came to Unity, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. You mean we can actually meditate and bring about new experiences in our lives? We can actually frame our thinking in a way going forward that would have a significant change to our experience. That blew me away. I didn't know that that was possible. I worked hard, and I certainly had things work out for me. I mean, I wanted to be a musician. I achieved that. I wanted to be in a band. I did that. I wanted to tour and make some records. Did that. Didn't reach the level of success I wanted, but I managed to do that. Decided I wanted to have a financial services business to become a broker. Accomplished that. Then I got this crazy idea to be a minister. Don't know where that came from, but that also materialized. So if I look back, those moments in the morning when I might wake up and feel like my life's not working for me, I can actually take a pause, right? We can pause in that moment and actually look back on the things that we've done and go, well, wait a second. There is actually something in me that's working always for my favor. I think Gabby Bernstein, wrote that book, The Universe Has Your Back. That's what she's talking about. When you think of it in those terms, the universe has your back. Meaning if we can actually get ourselves to a place of not comparing, not fretting, not worrying about the future, not dragging the past into the present, we can actually live our lives knowing and trusting that all will work out for our greater good. So I have another question for you. Have you ever had an experience in your life where it seems like this is the worst thing ever? How could anything ever go good ever again? And then you get to the other side of it and you feel like that was the best thing that ever happened. Anybody? Yeah. See, we've all had these moments where it feels in the moment like it's the worst thing in the world, and we have to deal with that, right? We have to emotionally deal with that. We can't shame ourselves. We can't blame ourselves. We actually need to come through that, but I think we find when we get to the other side of it that there was great learning in that, and that this is actually the right and perfect thing for my life where I am right now. And then we can move forward, skipping, and think like, why did I ever think that that was, Have you ever laughed at yourself in the past, gone like, how did I ever think that was great? Had that reflection moment. So these things we can overcome, but it's going to take something from us. It's going to take something internal from us. There's nothing outside there in that world out there that's going to come in and save you. There's nothing. It's all an inside job. It has to come from within. So we have this other power, the power of power, which is our ability to speak and create with our words. Not only the words we speak, but the thoughts. So we need to be the gardeners of our words and our thoughts, because that's where the Genesis is. It's in those things. Genesis meaning the beginning, the start of something. So we need to go through and take out the words that aren't working. Those things where we might say, I'm not very good, or I'm not very smart, or I have, I heard somebody the other day, I was pumping gas at the gas station yesterday, and this gal was at her car, and she's pumping the gas, and she sees the ad that $6.49 was $10 million. And her window was open, and whoever was in the car, she said, hey, $6.49 is worth $10 million. Not that I'd ever win with the luck I have. And I wanted to say to her, of course I didn't, but I was like, and that's why. You've already set the stage for not winning. How do you think you're going to? So we have to be on top of our game of making sure that we're in the right place, that we have the right words, the right thoughts going through, that we imagine the life that we want and trust that this or something, thank you, this or something better, and let it go, right? Let it go, not be attached. It's going to go however it's going to go. And I'm ready for it, and I'll take it on, and I'll meet it there. That's all there is for us to do. So we need to steep ourselves in principle, in understanding, in knowing that we have this goodness within us, which you could call the Christ light. The Christ consciousness is that goodness. So we need to see it in ourselves, and then we also need to see it in everybody else. And that's a little challenging, isn't it? That can be a little more difficult because sometimes people annoy us, don't they? Yeah. 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 I heard that. So how can you reframe that though? Because aren't we all children of the universe, of God? Aren't we all that? Sometimes we're misguided or we just don't agree with what somebody's doing. But how can we reframe that in ourselves? Because that's the work to do. It's always in us. It's never out there. It's always here. We need to overcome whatever it is, whatever story we've created, we need to overcome that. Here, this is a great example. I have this friend long ago who didn't like one of my brothers. He just didn't like him, and he would never say anything nice about him. And it used to really annoy me. And then I thought about it one day. I was like, it's interesting that my brother seems to have people I know that think he's the most amazing guy ever, but this person doesn't. So who has the problem? Yeah. It's clearly there's people over here that think, this guy's great, but this one person is super challenged by it. So it's probably something happening over here that person needs to adjust. And have you ever noticed that every relationship in your life that doesn't work out, have you ever noticed there's one common denominator in every one of them? Yeah. Who is it? Who's the one common denominator in every one of those relationships? Yeah. It's always here, right? So it's not that relationships won't work. The question that I would leave with you, that I would ask of myself, because this is how I operate now, is what is it in me that has me feel that way? What is it that I need to do or check into in order to overcome that experience? Because it's clearly my experience. And I don't want to carry it. I don't want to be in that frame of mind. So the work is always within ourselves. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be in this thing, so it's okay. It's perfect. Here's what I'll leave us all with. Of course, we're going to do a workshop this afternoon on Unity's 5 principles, and I'll move them very quickly for you. So there's God is, I am, I think, I affirm, I live it. Those are the 5 steps of unity. That's the shortest version I can give to you of them. And inside of that is the ability to live a life that you would absolutely love. Even if you think you love it now, you will love it even more. And in this workshop, I'm going to actually share my personal journal stories of how I have to overcome stuff. Because I find that sometimes people think ministers are like, we don't have stuff to deal with. I'd say we have more. I think we're ministers because we have more psychotic problems than anybody else on the planet. That's why we became a minister, so that we could retrain ourselves. So I invite you to join us this afternoon for that. And remember this, that you are perfect, you are whole, you are complete. There's nothing to fix. And don't let anybody ever convince you otherwise. Namaste.
I'm gonna let it be the field, the one that rain forgot. I'm gonna let it be the summer. I'm gonna let it be your face, the one that ran away. I'm gonna let it be forever. I'm gonna let it rain and hail. Let the rusting nail no longer hold this world together. I'm gonna let it be the sun in more ways than one. Shine a different way tomorrow. Shine a different way tomorrow. I'm gonna let it be the moon and let it play the tune, the one that keeps repeating. I'm gonna let it be your will and let you have your thrill, if that's what you are needing. I'm gonna let it start again. Gonna let it chase the wind with my arms stretched out before me. I'm gonna
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm going to take your device and I'm just going to move it over here. You don't need it. You don't need it. That's how good you are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are so beautiful. One more round of applause. And thank you so much, Thomas. I thought it was funny that your mom was praying for you. They clearly worked. So amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we come to the time in our service where we bless our love offerings. So now let's together say our offering statement, all together now. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. If you are here in person, please drop off your donations with the ushers as you exit the sanctuary. To donate online, simply click on the donate link in your chat window. You can give via all major credit cards. So coming up right here at Unity, as you've heard, we do invite you to stay today for a special workshop with Thomas. Right here in the sanctuary, he will be leading an exploration of Unity's 5 principles, the foundational teachings that guide our spiritual practice and help us bring these ideas into everyday life. Whether you're new to Unity or have been a part of the community for years, this is a wonderful opportunity to deepen your understanding, ask questions, and connect more fully with the principles that shape our teachings. Take some time after service to enjoy some lunch, grab your notebook and pen, and join us in the auditorium at 1:15 for what promises to be a thoughtful and enriching afternoon. After service next Sunday, July 5th, we have the captivating Reverend Hannah Lore coming back for a fun afternoon of awakening your intuition. It will be held in the lower level. We will be exploring creative ways to strengthen our intuition and deepen trust in our inner knowing. This workshop is by donation. No experience is necessarily, only curiosity, openness, and a willingness to explore. Please bring a pen and paper and lunch as it does follow the service from 1:15 to 3:15. On Thursday, July 9th, we invite you to attend an inspiring yet practical seminar about vibrant living. Starting at 7 p.m. here in the sanctuary, Dr. Tanya G. joins us to explain simple ways to improve your energy, sleep, emotional well-being, relationships, and overall health in a world filled with stress and overwhelm. This seminar is open to all and by donation. Of course, join our A Course in Miracles group every Tuesday from 12:30 to 2:30 in the lower level. Learn alongside like-hearted individuals and expand your awareness. All are welcome, and your presence truly does enrich the circle. Reflective Roundtable is happening today after service, so join us for a thoughtful small group conversation exploring the day's message through shared insights, deep listening, and meaningful connection in a welcoming, structured space. Just awareness to clear that up by 1 p.m. as we will be having the workshop here at 1:15. Our mastermind prayer group meets every Sunday before service at 10 a.m. downstairs in the meditation room. This group offers a powerful way to align with your goals through the practice of unity prayer. Finally, last but not least, today's affirmative prayer chaplains are Shirley Thompson, Brian Law, and Jennifer Soley. And on Zoom, we have Lori McKenna. Would you please stand? Brian will be here as well. So if you want to receive a confidential prayer, our chaplains will be waiting for you in the front row after the beautiful music. And of course, join us downstairs after the music for coffee, cookies, and conversation, or even a round table. And next Sunday, we have Reverend Hannah Lore sharing some ideas about how a shift in consciousness can open the door to an entirely new reality. Watch our website for all the details on how to tune in online if you cannot make it in person. And now, as we bring this gathering to a close, please stand and let us together say our prayer for protection. All together now. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And please remain standing for our singing of the peace song. chaplain in a private room, please accept your breakout invitation, which will pop up on your screen shortly. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you next week. Thank you.